is, as much as that benefits our country, if this narrative that all of what we're seeing, the US destroyers, I understand AK-47s and all of these things are weapons of war. I'm specifically referring to the level of high power that we are seeing in the Caribbean region right now as it pertains to the nuclear submarines, the US destroyers, and all of these big war aircraft that you would expect to see like in a war with Gaza, that we're seeing here in the Caribbean region, Minister. If in fact this narrative that this is for regime change in Venezuela, and this leads to a war in our Caribbean region of that nature, not what you are referring to, which I'm sure all of the citizens are happy that, you know, crime and all of these things are down, right? Right, so I'm asking if that stems into a war of that nature, is that something, Minister, that you are willing to support?
One, my dear, that question does not arise, it's conjecture. And two, the US apparatus, military apparatus, belongs to the United States government. If they feel to move it from the Southern Caribbean to the Pacific, they'll do that. If they feel to move it from the Pacific to the Antarctic, they will do that. If they feel to move it from the Antarctic to the South Pole, they will do that. We have absolutely no control where they decide to move these ships or submarines, as you say, to wherever they want to move them. They are saying, and they've said to the world, that the position is we are attacking narco-traffickers and transnational crime. They believe that moving around these ships may very well help them to do that. Well, then so be it. Essentially, then your question should be posed to them and not to Trinidad and Tobago, because the ships don't belong to us. We don't direct the ships where they need to go. We're not in control of their marine unit or logistics as it pertains to where these ships have to move and go and whatnot. So, I mean, you know, I think that is a question that is kind of, it is in fact conjecture.
But if it does spawn into that, would...
Which is conjecture again.
Right, I'm just saying. But I mean that everybody has their limits and everybody has their foundation and everybody has their morals. I'm saying that if it does get into that, is this something that you would stand against?
All I'm saying is that if you, which I've done this morning, if you ask me something factually, I will answer. But if you ask me something based upon conjecture, what would you do if this happens? I mean, I've never done it as a lawyer, and I am not going to do it as a minister. If it happens, trust that your government will stand with you, and we will make the best possible decision in the interest of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. That is what I can say.
Thank you so much, Minister.
Of course, no problem.